Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Up and Moving. Up and Moving is a free physical resource for the Keweenaw community. So I'm happy to see you guys are all here. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a arm workout with some legs mixed in as well. So the only thing I'm going to have you guys grab is 2 bottles as weights or whatever you guys have as weights. Cans of soup, books, whatever it is that you can kind of use just for some resistance. And then you're going to need an open space. If you can, and you know you have a rug that you might trip on, maybe it's a smaller rug. I'd suggest taking that out of the way just so that you don't want anything. But besides that, I'll give you guys a couple seconds to go gather everything. Hope everyone is doing okay this morning too. It's good to hear. All righty. I'll give you all a second. Don't forget to grab some water as well, just so you have it next to you before we get started. Okay. Couple more seconds here. How's everybody finding the weather too? I mean, it's not the most ideal for spring and home, but I guess it's not the most surprising either. Alrighty, I'll give TJ a second to get back and then, okay. Okay, everybody's ready? We'll get started here in a second. Oh, the only other thing you might need might be a chair for support, but that won't be till later. So we're gonna start here with the warm up. And so I'm gonna have you guys start with arms circle forward and arms circle back. So we're just gonna start backwards here. And you can either rotate backwards in big circles, or you can start in smaller circles and then build up to big ones. Which you really want to just get those arms nice and limber. I prefer to use kind of just big circles to begin with. So I'm starting backwards here. So just gonna keep that going and make sure you breathe while you're doing this too. Circle backwards. Alrighty, now we're going to switch to arm circle forward. And like I mentioned again, you can start small and then build up to some bigger circles afterwards. Sorry about the light adjustment, by the way. I'll see if I can make it better by unplugging this. Hopefully, yep, that's a little better. So we're going to go forward this time and then make bigger circles. Good, everyone. Remember to breathe. Alrighty, now we're gonna get into some cross body swings. So what those are is you're gonna take your hands and you're just gonna swing them across your body and hug yourself. And then straighten them out again sideways. Except every time you wanna go over with a different hand. So if I start off with my right hand on top, I'm gonna switch to my left. And this is just to kind of get them loose and limber, a little warmed up. Get the range of motion kind of going. So left arm on top, right hand on top, the next time. So now we're gonna go for a tricep track. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach your right arm over to your back, like kind of scratch your back, and you're gonna use your left hand to hold that elbow and pull just a little bit. You're gonna feel a little stretch in your tricep muscle just on your arm right here. So we're gonna hold and pull, just like that. Good. Alrighty. Now we're gonna switch. So now my left hand, I'm gonna use to kind of scratch my back. I'm gonna use my right hand, grab that elbow, and pull that in. Feel that stretch in your tricep. Okay. Alrighty, here's where you might need like a chair for support or anything. We're gonna do some quad stretches. So grab a wall, grab a chair, grab anything that you can use for support. And you're gonna want to grab that leg by your ankle with the same leg. So my left leg with my left arm, and I'm gonna want to pull that as much as I can. I'll show you beside you until I feel a little stretch in my quad, and I'm gonna hold that for about 10 seconds. So I'm gonna start here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Make sure you really feel that stretch in the quad too. Right? We're gonna switch to the other leg now. So just move the chair to the other side. Now I'm gonna grab my right leg with my right hand. And I'm gonna grab that leg and pull until I feel a stretch right down the front of my thigh. And use that chair or wall or whatever it is for balance or table. Okay, we're gonna move that to the side. And then we're gonna go into some hamstring stretches. So for that one, all you're gonna want to do is you're gonna bend down as far as you can and touch your toes. Just be careful, go down as far as you can, however you're comfortable. If you feel that when your legs are straight, you feel too much of a stretch, you can bend your knee slightly and then go down. And you want to feel that in the back of your thigh. So you can go down as far as you can. You don't have to go down too far, just enough to feel a stretch. Okay, you're gonna hold this for about 10 seconds. Alrighty, next what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into just walking in a circle. So however big the space is, just take advantage of it and walk in a circle just to get those legs moving a little bit before we get into a little bit of leg stuff. Even though I mentioned it's mostly upper body today. Go as slow as fast paced as you please. You can get moving a little bit. Okay. Here in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and then we're gonna get to the first set of workouts where we're gonna need the water bottles. So take a quick break. We'll be back in a little bit for the first set. Make sure to grab some water. Catch your breath a little bit too. Let's go. I guess I could tell you about myself a little bit if you haven't met me before. My name is Enny. I'm a fourth year human biology major here at Tech. Actually set to graduate here in about 3 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. At the same time, I'm a little bit nervous, but you know, it's part of life. So, but yeah, some of my interests are soccer. I'm really big into anime. I like photography, I like drawing. So yeah, those are just a couple of things about me. But I think I've mentioned this in the past before. A lot of my workouts, you'll notice, especially with legs, will be based on strengthening muscles that aren't used as often by the general crowd or aren't worked out as often, but you still need for support whenever you're walking, running, and so on. So I like to incorporate things like groin stretches and hip exercises, because those always help us like stability whenever you're running or playing a sport, particularly soccer. So a lot of my workouts are inspired by soccer workouts. Okay, I think I'm back here, and if everyone's ready, grab those bottles, and we're gonna get into some exercises. All right, so we're gonna start off here with bicep curls. And the goal for this is to get anywhere between 10 to 15 with each arm. So essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna place those bottles to the side of you, however is comfortable. I like to bring my palms forward as I hold the bottles, and you can bring those bottles to your face. So you want to contract those bicep muscles, make sure you're feeling the contraction in there. And you're just gonna want to go down and up over and over. And I like to slowly, whenever I'm going down, I like to slow it down. I'm going down so that my biceps are contracted for even longer. So just keep going up and then down. I'm at 5 here, so however many you guys are, just keep counting. If you feel it's too light as well, adjust for weight and make sure to breathe between this workout as well. So whether it's breathing whenever you go down, so breathing out whenever you go down and then breathing in as you go up, or vice versa, whatever's comfortable for you. All right. We're going to stop here in 3, 2, 1. All right. Now we're going to get into some lateral raises. And so what these work out is they work out your shoulder muscles. So what you're going to do is you're going to put those arms to the side and you're going to put those same weights in hand. Sorry, you can't see that in the best, but and what you're going to do is you're going to raise your hands up and to the side so that your arms are straight. And you want to keep a little slight bend in the elbow as you do that. But you want to go up and then come down slowly. So we're going to go for about the same thing, 10 to 15 here. We're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. And if it gets too easy for you, hold at the top and then come back down. That way you feel a little bit more of the burn, or you could add some more weight. 7. And like I mentioned before, remember to breathe. We're going to stop here in 3, 2, 1. All right, good job, everyone. So for the third workout of this set, it's going to be a similar exercise, except it's working on your front delts, which are your shoulder muscles still, but the ones kind of in front of them. So if you've ever seen like somebody whose shoulders really kind of pop out whenever they do like an arm flex, these are a lot of the workouts you'll see them do with weights. So, but they're also really important for stability. So whenever you lift something up and down, lifting anything on the table, food, water, a book, these are the muscles that you also work out. So it's important to maintain the strength. So now what we're gonna do is you're gonna put those weights in front of you, like I mentioned, except now we're gonna go up and straight out. So for example, up and straight out. Everybody's gonna do that. You're gonna aim for about 10 to 15. And we're gonna start here in 3, 2, 1. 3. Remember to breathe in between each one, whether it's breathing in as you go up and then breathing out as you go down, or vice versa, whatever's comfortable for you. The longer you hold up here, the more the burn you feel in your shoulders. We're gonna stop here with those. We're gonna take these for one last exercise, which are shoulder shrugs. So what those are is essentially you just keep those arms to the side. That way you can do these with or without weights, however it's comfortable. But you want to lift up your shoulders almost to your head, and you're going to bring it back down. Lift up, bring it back down. And so we're gonna go for about 10 to 15 for these as well. And these kind of work on your trap muscles, so some neck stabilizers as well. But yeah, so let's get started here. We're gonna go for 10 to 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Set those weights down, and we're gonna take a quick water break here and get into the next set. Everybody just add a little bit of water. I'm gonna ask you guys to come on back a little bit. Then I'm gonna ask you to grab either a chair or a wall, whatever is most comfortable for you. And we're gonna get into some mostly lower body exercises for this workout. I'm gonna have you guys grab one more of those weights. And all we're gonna do with these is we're gonna do some tricep extensions. So for these, there's two ways to do these. You could either reach that bottom over your head and backwards just like this, then extend. So extend straight up. Or if maybe it's not comfortable raising your shoulder that much, you could do a bent over version where that weight's in front of you, elbow bent, and you're reaching back almost like you're skiing. So that's almost like that skiing motion. Both of those are perfectly fine for either one of these. We're gonna start here in trainer between 10 to 15 for each arm. But so if you're doing the right arm over the head, you can do that one. I'll start with my right, and then you can switch to the left. So we're gonna start here, go from 10 to 15. Okay, so for me personally, now I'm gonna do, I kind of showed the one where you skiing motion. I'm gonna do the other version now with my left hand. With my left hand, I'm gonna do 10 to 15 with this hand as well. So you're gonna reach over your head. And continue. We're gonna go from 10 to 15 here. Breathe in and out between each set for each rep. All right, we're gonna do 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're gonna set those weights down. We're not gonna need these again. And like I mentioned, I'm gonna grab that chair. And we're gonna start here with some leg swings. So essentially what those are is there's two types. There's front leg swings where I'm gonna hold onto that chair and plant my foot that's closest to the side. So if I'm holding out my left hand, I'm gonna plant my left foot. And then I'm gonna want to swing that leg forward and backwards. So we're gonna start with that. Go as far up and as far back as you can, whatever's comfortable. This is kind of just getting those hips a little bit of like limber and moving. Oh, I should be careful. Get a little stretch in those hips as well. You're gonna try to go for 10 forward and 10 back as well. And breathe in between each one. Okay. Now we're gonna switch. So I did my right foot originally. I'm going to my left. Switch the side. You do the balance. Hold the chair with my right foot. My right foot as well. And swing that left foot up and back. Up and back. Up and back. And so you're going to want to go for 10 again with these. Go as slow as you need. And then also make sure to breathe between these ones as well. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some quizzes. So as I mentioned before, these are always easy if you have something to balance with. The chair can be on either side. You're going to be working on both calves at the same time. Or if you have a wall or a table, whatever is easy to grab and keep your balance. You're just going to hold on with that with a little support. And here we're going to go on our tippy toes, hold, and come down slowly. So I'll show you from the side so you get a little bit more of a better view. So we're going to go up on our tippy toes, hold, and calm down slowly. We're going to go for about 10 of these, however many you can, whatever's the most comfortable for you. But I go around 10 and make sure you go up, hold, and calm down. So we're going to get started here in 3, 2, 1. Up, hold, slowly down. Up, hold, slowly down. And remember to get a breathing rhythm going too. So if you go up, maybe breathing in and breathing out. Remember to use that chair as support or a wall, whatever you have next to you. Make sure you're using something to support. You should really feel the burn in your calves right now. Up, down. All right, we're gonna stop here in 3, 2, 1. Okay. Now we can move that chair, whatever it is, to the side. And we're gonna go into some hip raises. And so what those are essentially you're gonna sit, legs about hip widths apart, or hip circles rather, I shouldn't say it, I'm doing hip circles. So what we're gonna do is you're just gonna throw those hips in a circle. So you're gonna go left, back, right, forward. And so if in this case I'm going counterclockwise to begin with, I'm gonna switch up it a little bit and go clockwise. So just do this and you stretch out those hip muscles again. Get them a little bit activated in kind of multiple ranges of motion. There we go, insert here and keep going for a little bit. Similar like a hula hoop motion. I'm going to switch to now, I'm going to go clockwise. I was going counterclockwise before. We're going to go clockwise. Same motion, making sure you're getting those hips nice and limber. Maintaining your balance, just building forward, side, back. Okay. All right, we're going to stop here, take a hold. 30-second to minute break, and then we're getting into the last set of the workouts. Stay ready to bring it on back here for the last couple seconds of the break while I explain kind of what we're going to be getting into. Okay, so now we're going to do some on the ground exercises. So like I mentioned, you're going to want that free space. What we're going to do is we're going to do a couple exercises for your legs, as well as some that'll kind of strengthen those that core a little bit too. The thing about these is some of them can be done as well in a seat, and I'll show those. For example, I'm going to start off with those. There's two options. We're going to do some leg lifts to begin with, and so for those, what you want to do is that, let's say I'm starting in the seat now. I'll show you from the sideways position. I'm going to hold onto that seat with my two hands, and then I'm going to pick one of my legs up. And that leg is going to go up and down. Up and down. These can also be done on the ground as well. For example, I get on the ground here, put those elbows for support, and use that right leg and go up and down. You can also go up and down. So side view would be up and down, up and down. So you can either do those seated, or you can do those on the ground, whatever is most comfortable for you. I'll show you guys in seated position, and just keep going here, count to about 10 to 15. And then we'll switch legs. Once you get to about 10 though, that front thigh muscle might be feeling a little burn there. So, all right. Definitely feeling it already. So now we're going to switch and do the other leg. Same thing, either seated or lying down. And we're going to do some of those lifts again. Up, down, but with the opposite leg this time. And then you can also hold at the top for as long as you want. You want to feel the contraction in your front thigh, so that'll be your quad muscles. And these are really good strengthening muscles for your quads. They help with knee issues, they can help with hip things. But strengthening your quads is really important just for daily life, I'd say. Alrighty, we're gonna stop those there for a second, and then we're gonna get into some. These might actually have to be on the ground here, so I'm gonna get rid of these. And we're gonna do some sideline hip raises. So what those are is I'm gonna choose a spot on the ground and lie on one side. So in my case, I'm gonna lie on my right side, so the right side of my body is against the ground, and that left foot of mine, I'm gonna lift up and down, up and down. I'll try to show you guys the side here. Up and down. And you want to feel the contraction in your hip right here as well. Up and down. We're gonna go for about 10 here. On the left side, and then we'll switch to the right. Going. Now switch. Then I'm gonna lift up my right leg and work out that right hip right here. So I'm gonna go up, down, up, down. Remembering to breathe in between. Remember, you would feel the activation in your hip. Good job, everyone. Good job. Keep going, keep going. 3, 2, 1. Alrighty. I'm gonna take a little breather here because I think I need it a little bit too. And then we're gonna get into something I like to call crunches, and these can be done lying down or standing crunches. I call them standing crisscross crunches, crunches. So yeah. So for these, what you'll do is you can do the typical crunch on the ground. So keeping those feet on the ground as much as you can. Bringing your head upwards slightly forward. And you're gonna feel the contraction in your abdominals. It's kind of like think of it like a half sit-up. So those are the on the ground variation. If you prefer a standing variation, for those, you want to keep those hands and lock behind your head and bring those elbows and the opposite knee forward. So I'm going to bring my right elbow and my left knee forward and across, forward and across, forward and across. And they don't have to touch. You just want to make sure you're bending so you're feeling that crunch. So you're going to aim for about 10 here, 10 to 15, as many as you can. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. We're going to stop here in 3, 2, 1. We're going to take a quick water break, and then we're going to do a cool down. That kind of just to bring our breath back. With even on a little bit out of breath here. Hopefully that wasn't too much of you guys getting on the ground and getting up. I like to give those variations for some of the exercises in case people do or don't want to get on the ground. For some of these exercises, I think they're unavoidable, but I know if I can find a variation for you to do crunches, for example, without getting on the ground because it's less comfortable, I'll try to do that. So, alrighty, so we're gonna start here. Everybody's back. We're gonna start here, and we're gonna do just walking in a circle to begin with. So this is just plain old walking in a circle in your environment. As big or as small as you can, you just want to get those legs moving a little. So walking in a circle. I like to change direction sometimes, so now I'm going clockwise now. I was going counterclockwise before. Alrighty. Bring it on back and we're just gonna do some arm shake offs. So we're gonna shake those arms off. We worked out those shoulder muscles, worked out our triceps and our biceps. So you just want to shake those, get those nice and limber. We don't want any lactic acid building up and soreness later on. So just move those around. Alrighty. And I like to do some arms that go forward and backwards. So maybe 5 of each, 5 forward and 5 backwards. And now I'm gonna go back. Okay. So now what I like to do is just do some neck kind of stretches. So bring those shoulders to, or bring those heads to your shoulders. Both sides. Go as far as you can or as far as it's comfortable for you. And then now we're gonna bring our heads, our chins to our chest. And we're gonna make a circle going around, head circles. So if you start going to your left, you're gonna switch halfway through and go to your right, and I'll let you know when to switch. So just keep those heads in a circle. Now we're gonna switch. All right. Great job, everyone. That's the end of the workout. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay safe out there with the weather. And happy to be here, guys.
Nice job today.